So I was literally in the middle of making a video on the next few episodes of Dragon Ball Super, and as I was doing that, an absolute bombshell hits, shattering across the entire internet. Future Trunks is coming back to Dragon Ball. A lot of people were already thinking that this would happen, considering Toriyama recently came out and said that he was interested in a future related character, but as of June the 12th, which I believe will be episode 47, is when the brand new story arc of Dragon Ball Super will begin. Now there is way more stuff to cover. This is coming directly from Toriyama himself. He says, despite being strong, Trunks barely manages to escape from the future with his life. Now that sounds a lot like how it was back in the Android/Cell arc, and one thing I am genuinely curious about, and I know I can't be the only one, has Trunks been training? Because he is the type of guy that would, after being trapped in a world destroyed by the androids, I'm guessing Trunks would never want that to happen again, so at the very least I'm expecting Super Saiyan 2. Maybe there's a chance for him to go God if he ever got in contact with Whis, but all I'm saying is that he has to have improved. The translation then goes on to say, the future was supposed to be at peace, so what in the world could have happened? This is where it gets really interesting. Toriyama continues by saying, what about this foe too strong for even Trunks to handle? Black Goku. I love how Toriyama wasn't really giving us much to go on, but then out of nowhere he drops Black Goku. But that's not it. Continuing on, it's the start of a battle that surpasses time and space, and drags in the God of Destruction, Kaioshin, and even Zeno the Omni King. Many mysteries will be revealed. Okay, so that's a lot of info to take in. First thing I want to talk about, Black Goku. This has to symbolize some sort of evil Goku. And the thing is, everyone is talking about different universes in the next tournament, but Trunks is from Universe 7. It's just 20 years in the future. So of all the known characters, who could be a threat to future Trunks? We have guys like Majin Buu and Beerus, and that's pretty much it. And I don't think it's going to be either of those two that poses the main threat. In fact, I think, and this is just a guess, we got this information literally 2 hours ago, but the next story in my mind will have something to do with this quote-unquote Black Goku. However, the only thing that is kind of confusing is that Goku is dead in future Trunks' timeline, so I don't know if he got resurrected and then somehow turned evil, or an even crazier theory, let's say it's Goku from a timeline even further in the future than Trunks. Maybe instead of 20 years, this could be something like 50 years in the future, and in this timeline Goku is completely evil. And you know, I think that may just be crazy enough to be a possibility. Obviously there are limitless ways this story could play out, but the only thing coming to me right now, 2 hours after this was announced, is that there is going to be another timeline, and within that timeline Goku is black and evil. Also, Toriyama showcased Trunks' new design. I think it looks pretty cool. He still has the sword and he definitely looks older. And I love that red thing around his neck. I forget what it's called, but it's really similar to what Bardock had, except he had a bandana. Something else I noticed about his design is that he looks much skinnier compared to what he was in the Cell arc. Obviously when he was fighting Cell, he was borderline Broly, but now he looks slimmed down. Maybe this is due to him receiving the Super Saiyan God transformation. The final thing I want to talk about is Zeno. Apparently this new enemy that Trunks knows about is so powerful that the Lord of Everything has to get involved. Now here's something, do you think this new enemy that Trunks is going to warn us about is stronger than Zeno, the guy who can wipe out the 12 universes by blinking? Now there's no way we could actually know that, but just a guess, I don't think he is. However, I could see it being justified if he was, because let's say that he is from another timeline. Before I said 50 years, there could be someone out there with the name Black Goku, who let's just say is from 1000 years in the future. I know it's crazy, but who else could be a genuine threat at this point? Anyway, that is all the new information to keep you up to date with Dragon Ball Super. Are you glad future Trunks is coming back? I honestly didn't think Toriyama would be reintroducing anyone from the past other than Frieza. I want to thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next Dragon Ball video.